Ho, 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 ho.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Australian Christmas traditions. We call it Chrissy time. It's all about the barbecues and driving around for hours to see Christmas lights. Food comas, plastic garden chairs wrapped in tinsel, Ray Martin hosting carols in the Domain, the dodgy Kmart Christmas tree, eating ham for the next 3 months, and leaving a beer out for Santa. So let's keep the traditions going with Gareth's Random Ramblings, Christmas edition. And now the chubby bearded one, all the way from the North Island.
Oh, that is awesome.
I love
Did you
it.
like that? I like that immensely.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
That was wicked. Oh, I'm legit.
That was
now,
wonderful.
I
Oh my
legit don't know what to
goodness.
say now. I'm like speechless. This is weird.
So you guys have done your 12 days of Christmas.
We are, yes.
So
Yep.
far, you've got another...
So we should probably jump you guys and tell you who you guys are.
I'm me. I'm Alan.
Yeah.
No one's heard of me,
No.
unless you're local.
And I'm Angus. I was the voiceover guy for that intro.
True, dude. Yeah.
I'm going to say he's my voiceover guy, but all three of you are my voiceover people.
Yes, always used to use.
I like how you said that with Bex right now. How you kind of went voiceover people.
I did a couple of ads for you with the other radio station. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's been a
because we've
while.
known you, AJ, we worked at 6 years?
5 years.
At least 5 years.
5 or 6 years, yeah, where we did a radio station up in Redcliffe that we would have chats with you. You were the production dude. We'd come to you and be like, hey, here's an idea. And you'd go,
No.
and how do you suggest we do that, Gareth? I'm like, we'll work something out.
A typical day on Gareth's Radio Ramblings.
Are you ready?
No.
You good? Yeah.
I love going to the movies, the action, the stunts, the big screen. The one thing I don't like, though, is the trailers.
In a world where laughter was king.
Whack. All right. Sorry. They take up way too much time, and if I've seen one, I've probably seen it 8 times on YouTube.
But isn't that what this is, babe?
What do you mean?
Well, it's a trailer for your radio show, isn't it?
I love trailers. They're the best thing ever.
Gareth's Radio Ramblings, 9 a.m. Thursdays and Fridays. Now, Gareth, where's my check? Gareth? Hello? Can someone let me out, please?
And Angus, we've known you for even longer. Ruin the joke now. No. Edit. No. Yeah, we've known you for a couple of hours. Yeah, about a couple of hours.
About 4 hours at least.
But I've known Angus for about close to 10 years.
Yeah. Smaller than I am currently. Yeah.
So I'm the common denominator here.
You are.
Yeah.
You are. Well, it makes it laugh because as I said, I didn't realize how. I'm trying to work out how young you were.
Yeah.
You were. We went to a store just before that sold beverages of a
Grown-up kind.
grown
because
up
this is for
beverages,
children.
and one of us got carded.
And it wasn't me.
And which one was it, Bex? Myself or was it Angus? Which one do you reckon got carded?
You have white in your beard, dear, so it was definitely not you.
And I have nothing in my beard. It doesn't exist. I can't grow one.
But well done, you were right there, Bex. Well done. But it made me laugh because we were sitting there, and I even said to you afterwards, I was like, I'm so glad, because normally when someone else gets carded, you do the whole, oh, what about me? Why don't I get carded? Why don't you check my ID?
It's way more offensive for a woman to not be
Yeah.
carded than it is for a guy. I'm just saying.
And also, I didn't know where my ID was. I think it's at home. So for
No,
me
it's
to try
in the
and-
car.
It
You're
is in
okay.
the car?
It
Oh,
is in the
sweet, yeah. But at that point, I had no idea. So I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to be quiet. You can be carded, Angus. I'm just going to stand there going, $37. Fine, that's cool. There we go. Lovely. It's great.
But you don't be good. That's my wife's card, but it's all good.
I use my phone. I don't have your card. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been carded in about 10 years.
Last time I got carded, I was on a basketball court. It was not cool.
Oh, for goodness
Red card.
sake.
It was off. It was fine.
No, boo, boo, and
That was the
boo.
third worst dad joke I've heard today.
Only the first
Only the
two-
third? What was the first one?
Heard today.
Yeah. The first two were still me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just, yeah.
Oh my word, no,
Yeah.
no.
So, because these are a Christmas podcast, I suppose we better flick it back to kind of Christmas, I guess.
Well, we're all sitting here at AJ's place. We've just had our first of many, I suppose, Christmas
We'll try and make this a
gatherings.
tradition.
Oh, yeah, oh, totally.
Except
This
we
is
should
great,
probably
yeah.
make this like, monthly or something.
Or something
We'll
like
see
that.
how we go.
Does it still count as a tradition if it's
not
monthly?
make,
I don't know.
Let's not make promises on air that we may not keep.
Remember, I'm
Yeah, you got a point there, actually. Yeah,
I'm really good at editing stuff.
Totally.
Except we should probably make this like, monthly or something.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank goodness. Thank
I heard
goodness.
your intro just then. Yeah, that was wicked.
That was brilliant.
That was really cool.
So what exactly is it that we've done? Well, we've
Well, I was
eaten
gonna
a
flick
bunch
back
of
and say-
amazing food and
Well, this is true. I was going to flick back and say, what was Christmas like for you guys? Obviously, being here in Australia, was it the
We're
same
neighbouring-
as what it is in New Zealand? Or, of course, I'm guessing you guys have less Pohutukawa trees. I've had way too many Coca-Colas. Do you know what a Pohutukawa tree is?
I have
I'm
no
gonna
idea.
get-
I was going to say, you probably don't.
It sounded funny.
it is a tree.
Yeah, it's a tree.
Close.
Yeah. You know how basically Basil Brush, the little puppet,
Yes.
is yeah. So Basil Brush was a sorry. Forget how
No,
young Angus
seriously,
is.
he was
Yeah,
listening.
Basil Brush was like this little puppet back in the day kind of
I
thing.
know Basil Brush.
You know
There you
Basil
go.
Brush, yeah. So his tail, imagine that as just that basically red though.
And for anyone who's
You guys
listening,
call them-
because we don't have the whole video thing,
Not yet, no.
I have a microphone with a fur thing around it. It's called a dead cat. That's what it's actually called.
Yeah.
And it looks like the tail of a dead
Pussycat.
cat
Here-
that's been electrocuted.
Here we do basically do this. Go to Google and Google New Zealand Christmas tree. Pohutukawa trees show up.
We don't actually decorate Pohutukawa trees, but
It's like sacrilegious to actually do it, but they're really pretty and all that kind of stuff. And like the only place I've
You
ever
call
seen them
them
is
bottle brush trees.
bottle brush trees.
You know the ones
There
with
we
the
go.
red. Yes.
Yes, we
yeah.
There we go. Those ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because once again, we've got a screen behind us, kind of thing.
It looks just like a bottle brush.
It does.
This is the
it
setup
does.
I want for Christmas.
So
Beach.
we call them Pohutukawa trees.
And they're very nice, very cool. That is pretty much at every campground in New Zealand.
Sure, most
So if
people
you're
have one in
having
their
Christmas,
backyard. We did.
That's it, kind of thing. Yeah. What would you guys normally be when you were growing up? Like a normal
What would you have done for Christmas?
Christmas type of event,
The
kind of thing.
Christmas road trip.
Yeah.
Yep.
From probably when I was about 4 years old until I was about 16 or 17, you were volunteered. Dad would be like, we're going on a Christmas road trip. Okay, where are we going? Don't know. And we lived in Sydney. So we'd end up in Newcastle, which is about 200 kilometres away. We'd end up at Canberra, which is about 360 kilometres away.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'd end up in Queensland. And that's where I am now.
That's cool.
I love that.
Because I was going to say, because you've only been here for
In Queensland?
Yeah, how long?
Since I was 10, so 35 years.
You could have just said something. I would have worked it out for
Mind
you.
you,
Yeah.
lived in America, lived back in New South Wales again, so let's say 25 years.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And what about you, Angus? Were you from Brisbane or?
Born in Victoria.
Okay.
Spent just a few years and then came up to Queensland, lived in Harvey Bay.
I love Harvey Bay.
Harvey Bay's great.
It really is.
It's a great,
I love. Sorry, I have this image of like all our friends in America and England that are listening to the show now. Just like quickly got Google up on another screen, like googling where's Harvey Bay? Where's Victoria? Where is Sydney? What's going on? The only one that would have gone has gone America. Oh, we know where that is.
Victoria, cold and south.
Yeah.
Harvey Bay, nice and warm.
Yep.
Whale watching is the tourist attraction. It's on the beach. No waves though. You can't go surfing. It's just sort of easy swell.
Nice flat water.
Is Harvey Bay the one that we went to
Yes.
with the really
Where we took
cheap
Chester.
campground?
We took Chester.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that one, we went. It was the middle of the year or something. I know it's not really Christmas, but we went in the middle of the year, and it was one of those ones where like the fog kicked in.
Yep.
At 9 o'clock in the evening kind of thing, and wouldn't go until about 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So you'd wake up at 2 o'clock going, I need to go to the bathroom, because you're in camping ground, and you would walk, and it was basically like Silent Hill. You couldn't see 10 feet in front of you because of all this fog. It was insane. That's all I remember about Harvey Bay. Or in the fact that the camping ground had happy hour from 2 till 4.
That was Maryborough.
Yeah. That's 2 in the afternoon, 4 in the morning.
Harvey Bay is about half an hour to an hour from there.
Yeah, it's half an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that was the beach.
Yeah. It's not like we've gone, I stayed in New York City. Oh, I was in LA. That's close enough. Yeah, other side of the island. Yeah.
Island.
But it's a really, really big island.
Well, I suppose if you look at it that way, the whole world is made up of lots of really, really big islands.
Mind blown.
Yeah, my mind's
Mind blown. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
But anyway, so you would be growing up. did you
Have any Christmas tradition?
go on road
Yeah.
trips or anything else like that?
Not
or
necessarily. Really, Christmas for me was having big lunches, lots of people, lots of food, too much food
Yep.
a lot of the
Oh,
time. And then you'd
gluttony.
have your little nap at about like maybe 3
Oh,
p.m.,
yeah.
4 p.m.
Yep.
And
the
you'd wake
Christmas
up
Day nap,
feeling so good. And then
Yep.
you'd have like the leftovers from lunch for dinner.
Yep.
And you go to sleep and you have the best sleep.
Yes. I remember we used to so we lived like normally in the North Island, and my parents' family were in Dunedin, which is in the South Island. We would hang up with Nana and Granddad. Same thing, you have the big lunch, you'd have a bit of a sleep, you'd be all cool and stuff like that. But with Nana and Granddad and Nana, they'd all join in and would basically take care of the different meals, but would cook the same amount of food. So when dinner came, you weren't eating the leftovers from lunch. You were eating a whole new meal. A whole new big meal. So your nap went from 40 minutes to an hour to like 3 hours just to make sure you could eat everything. And it used to alternate every year. So like Nana, bless her soul, would do the lunch. And then Nana and Nana Granddad would do the afternoon, the evening dinner, whatever you want to call it, massive meal. And then you'd swap every year. And it would just be a case of so much food, like just so much food. Like there's only there'd be about 12 of us at the time kind of thing. So, you'd still have to cook a big amount of food. But each meal would be about easily 24 people. Easily. You'd be able to have enough and then have enough stuffing and all that kind of thing.
It's
You
a
would
real gluttonous time of the year, isn't
It's
it?
the only time you kind of went, belt, I don't need you, goodbye. So it was
I'm
great.
pulling out my maternity pants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you were like comic book guy going, whoosh, there we go, there's maternity. It was great. But no.
Oh no, not for me though.
But, yeah, 'cause you were-
Christmas for me was a bit. Christmas was the only time of the year that my dad was guaranteed to be home. So my dad used to travel a lot for work, and often he'd miss birthdays or anniversaries, events, that sort of stuff. But Christmas was the one time of the year that my dad was always home. He made sure he was home, and so Christmas in my family is a pretty big deal. But so we did our Christmases on a 3-year rotation. We'd go to Wellington one year to see my mum's family, which was lots of fun, she says sarcastically.
It's Christmas. It's always lots of fun.
Let's put it this way. I have something along the lines of 17 first cousins. And
Does your family not own a TV?
I was about to say that, yeah.
my dad
17
is...
first cousins, no TV.
My dad is one of 7. So, and my mum's one of 4. So, I know. But technically my grandparents only
Uno
had 3.
cards,
My auntie...
Scrabble.
My auntie was
Monopoly,
adopted.
anything?
So anyway, so Christmas with my mum's family was always very stressful. My uncle always brought my cousins presents over, and because we travelled from Auckland to Wellington to spend time with our family, we didn't bring a lot of gifts with us. Like our gift was the holiday, which is understandable. Holidays are expensive, and I would far rather have a holiday than a whole bunch of useless gifts. Just saying. So we go down, and as kids, kids don't understand. So we'd be opening presents, and then my cousins would just be getting another one and another one, and it sucked.
Yeah.
It was horrible. And
We had that too one year.
yeah,
I'm going to let you finish yours.
Yeah.
I'm a Kanye right now. I'm going to let you finish, but I want to come back to mine because I've got same idea on that one too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not Taylor Swift. Anyway,
Way too many answers to that. So many slappings.
And then anyway, stop. Then the next year we would spend it with my dad's family. I'm not very close to either side of my family. I'm just saying.
If for some reason all of a sudden just hear this, obviously this part got cut.
As grown-ups, we had what we called champagne breakfast, where we go have champagne and like pancakes and stuff like that. But as kids, it was just boring. And then we'd always go to my rich auntie's house. And again, the whole gift thing. They'd have this big pile of gifts sitting beside the tree that the girls would open the day. And, the rest of us are sort of looking at it going, we didn't get anywhere near that. And then the other year would be a family thing. So we'd either go overseas, we'd go camping. We came to Australia one year. No, so Christmas was also very gluttonous for us as well. Lots and lots of food and too much food and comatose. And But I grew up on a farm, so we didn't sleep it off, we ran it off. We went outside and played on the trampoline and played with the animals, and then my dad would sleep on the couch for half an hour. And
Yeah, no, we probably would have slept it. Slept it?
Yeah, slept it.
Slept it. Yeah.